Welcome to North of the Broad. I'm your host, Robin Zimmerman. We're bringing you our show, as we do every month, from the Pat Conroy Literary Center in downtown Beaufort. We've got a great show, great lineup of guests, so stay tuned. Welcome to North of the Broad. I'm your host, Robin Zimmerman, and to kick off our show, we have the Executive Director of the Pat Conroy Literary Center, where we tape our show every month, Jonathan Haupt. Jonathan, good to see you again.
You too, Robin.
And we've just come off of Camp Conroy. It was, for the very first time, it was all online, and you said it was very challenging but very rewarding.
It
so talk about it.
Such a wonderful experience, and you can see some of the results behind me. This is the Camp Conroy community tree. So our students who are in 5 different states, 3 different time zones, were sending some work into us to be assembled together for this project, but their real goal was to write and illustrate a book together over the course of the 2 weeks of the camp, which they've done. So that book, Stretching Skyward, which is themed around the idea of trees as growth, will be out about a month from now, and our campers will be doing a virtual launch event as part of Family Fun Day with the Coastal Discovery Museum next month.
That is so exciting. You were saying earlier that for the instructors and for you, it was tense. I mean, it was like putting on a TV show twice a day. And so, I mean, but you did it. You did it, Jonathan.
We made it up as we went along, which is actually what we've done the past 2 years, too, so we have some experience in that. But our campers were just extraordinary. I mean, they were such a creative, enthusiastic group that they took the challenges right along with us. So proud of what they were able to do.
That's so wonderful. And it's so exciting during this time to be able to reach so many people, not only through your Camp Conroy and those students being in other states, but also, we talked earlier about just the reach of the Pat Conroy Literary Center, where people would never have really even known you existed. So it's been really outstanding.
It has been. The virtual programs have been discovered by people who did not know there was a Conroy Center, or those who are maybe been watching us from afar but have never been able to participate before. And now we're coming into their homes on their computer or their TV or whatever they're accessing our programs from. And we've developed all these new relationships with people out there as a result.
That's very, very exciting. And we've got at the end of August, I think it's August the 29th, it's a Saturday.
Yes.
You have a big event.
We do. This is our 4th Our Prince of Scribes Writers Conference. Our Prince of Scribes is a book that came out about 2 years ago, an anthology of memories of Pat Conroy written by 67 writers who knew him at different points in his life. And we've done a ton of programs about this, but along the way we realized so many members of the audience were writers and had writerly questions, and wouldn't it be great if we did something that was really about education, about teaching? So about a year ago we developed the first Our Prince of Scribes Writers Conference in Charleston, and that event sold out. We raised the cap, it sold out again. The one we're doing in August, it will be the 4th one, and this is in partnership with the Morris Center for Low Country Heritage, a really wonderful partner that we've worked with for a long time in Richland, a destination museum, a beautiful event space, and that space is big enough that it can accommodate in-person, socially distant seating for up to 20, everybody with their own table and chair. But as we've been talking about, virtual programs are so important to what we do that folks will be able to join virtually as well. So it'll be both. It'll be our first hybrid event, but probably something that we'll continue to do moving forward, too.
And so you've got a good group of writers that are very common to many folks with the Pat Conroy Literary Center, and we're very excited about who you've selected to kind of lead this conference.
I know, I couldn't be happier about this because most of these instructors for this event are the same group who were with me for the very first Our Prince of Scribes Writers Conference in Charleston. So it's Sean Scapoletto, who is a writer in Charleston. He was Pat Conroy's research assistant for South Abroad. Stephanie Austin Edwards, who lives here in Beaufort, who was one of Pat Conroy's classmates at Beaufort High School, now an exceptional novelist and writing teacher herself. Ellen Malfris, who's the writer-in-residence at USC Beaufort and a fellow Conroy protege, as I am, and I'll be one of the instructors for this as well. But we've got 2 junior folks joining us as well in their first Scribes program.
Holland.
Holland Perryman, our teenage intern, who was on site for the first Writers Conference. That was her very first off-site event for the Conroy Center, just right after she started working with us, is now going to be team teaching for the first time with Sean, her first time to teach an adult audience. And this is just a year into her internship. So she's come along just really powerfully in what she's been able to do as a writer, and now we get to show that off as a teacher too. And then Brooke McKinney, who joined us about a week or two before the pandemic, who has learned on the fly how to do virtual programs. Poet, memoirist, all the skills to do this. She's going to team teach a session with me about inspiration and turning memories into stories. So that'll be our first time to teach together as well.
Very good. Thank you so much. We're excited about hearing how that goes, the end of August. Again, August the 29th, September,
right.
August 29th. Thank you, Jonathan, and congratulations on your 14th award for Prince of Scribes.
Oh,
the
thank
book.
you.
You as one of the editors.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us, and we'll be right back.